friend. You have the landlord's name saved under Landlord? God damn it. You finish having the riding like a pony, slow on the knob, and you ask your man, go get my phone? Are you crazy? Hi guys, welcome to Tasha Reacts. Welcome to Tasha Reacts. Hope it's doing well, doing good in the hood. Hi, my name is Tasha. I do have another channel called Tachassociety where I do hair, beauty, mostly hair over there. And I do have another channel called Tasha Jean where I do story times. Check me out. Alright, let me put my disclaimer out there. If the person comes up to me and say, hey girl, you don't have the right to be sharing my video, I will take it down because I don't care. I usually leave the person's information down in the description bar, TikTok handle towards the end of the video. I want to say thank you. Nope, before I say thank you, this is a reaction channel, so I do talk. Sometimes I talk too much. Sometimes I rant. Sometimes I vent. Sometimes I just talk. Baby, if you're like, girl, I don't have the time for the talking, I do leave the person's information down in the description bar below. I want to say thank you. We are moving on up to the east side, even though I'm the east side. I think the last time we were at 640, but I think somebody unsubscribed. It's okay. I'm not always going to be your cup of tea. Bye-bye to those, and welcome to the ones that's still here. Gang, gang. All right. I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to me, checked me out. I truly, 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 truly appreciate you. Okay, so let's get started. All right.
Okay. New story. Yeah, let's get to it. Story time. How my landlord was fucking my ex. Yeah, I said it. I caught my ex.
Okay, before we get mad, was the landlord giving you guys free rent? I'm just saying. I'm just asking. Because she's taking it for the team? Alright, don't worry about it.
Fucking my landlord. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a little background of this whole situation. Then we gonna fast forward. I'm gonna be fast for y'all. So this was my second girlfriend and my first crib. Matter of fact, this was our first crib together. I just had finished high school. I met her at
y'all got a crib together in high school? Okay. Good job for you. Wow, that's it fast. First off, why do you women have sex with men in your house? It's like it's just so brave to me. Y'all can't go to his house. He don't have a place. He's a landlord. He don't got other residencies that you guys can go to. Y'all can't go to a hotel. Like, why do y'all guys just have sex at the house? I don't get it.
I met her at a family gathering, and ever since then, we couldn't just get away from each other. We was together for 3 years. The last 2 years, we was living together. One of the years, we was staying at a family's house together. And our last year was our first crib and our first year living together. She was a pretty girl. She had a head on her shoulders. She was smart. She was going to school for law, going to college for law. Me, after I got out of high school, I wasn't really feeling the college thing. So I went off and started getting local jobs. But I was getting good income. You know, I had ended up getting my forklift certificate and all that. So
Let me ask a question, right? No shade. Right? So what is your plan? She wants to go to be a lawyer, right? And you didn't want to, you say you got a trade. So in long term, how did you see this going? Because I get when you're young, you're like, all right, college ain't for me. I get it, because college ain't for me. It ain't. I try, my brain, it ain't for me. But like how long do you expect a woman to ride? Because in the end of the day, she's gonna be holding you down at a point, right? You're getting local jobs here and there, but what is the end goal? You feel me? Like, you know, I'm not trying to throw shade, but I feel like before you and her moved in, y'all need, and that's any young person, y'all have to have a discussion, because she's going to school to be law, right? and you don't know what you want to do, right? So you want her to hold you down until you figure it out. I don't know. I always try to understand it, especially now that I'm older. Like, I wouldn't want, if my daughter's going to school for law and her boyfriend's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, okay, yeah, y'all need to figure it out. Because if she becomes a lawyer and she's holding you down, and you know, some people do take time to learn things. I get it. And some people really do become successful, but some people do not. You know, and then she's holding you down. She's going to start resenting you. You know, and she's going to start looking down at you. I'm just asking a question. You know, just asking.
I was making some good money at certain jobs. Like, they were, you know, bust your ass jobs, but I was making some good money. So fast forward, we was living at our mother's house before we actually moved into this apartment. We ended up saving up enough money to actually get this apartment. We went apartment searching in certain areas, but we didn't really like what we seen. So we, you know, it was you know how apartment search it get a little bit rough sometimes. So she notified me one day. She's like, hey, look, you know, I found a apartment for us. It's nice and beautiful. You should check it out. So I go and look at the pictures before we actually go to the viewing. I like what I see. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really like what I see. So I'm like, of course, let's go to the viewing. Who's like the property manager or like the realtor or the landlord? So she says this guy's name. So the landlord name was James. She said his full name, but we just gonna call him James. So I'm like, wow, that name sounds familiar. It couldn't really register in my head at the time. You know what I'm saying? So then, boom, it finally did. I'm like, oh, that's the guy that be, you know, I be seeing him on your social media, and y'all two be interacting. I didn't know he owned homes. So she's like, yeah, he just got into it. He just became a realtor, bought a home, and now he wants to start having tenants in this home. So I'm like, awesome, great. Time to get the fuck out your mom's house. That's how I was really feeling.
No shade. Good question. Why weren't you? Okay, like me personally, you know, I don't know you, but why are you at her mom's house? Y'all don't have no kids, because a lot of people will do that. Like, when they have kids, like me personally, I already told my kids, I don't give a damn. You know, if you guys are together, you guys end up having a baby, you're not living in my house. No. I don't want to deal with other people's families, people coming in and out my house, telling me what to do. No, I don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I used to I lived with both my baby daddy's families, and I would never want my daughter, like my daughter will never live with a man's family. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know how I was mistreated with, well, I'm not going to say my son's father's family wasn't that, they weren't bad to me. My daughter's father's mother and daughter was horrible to me. So I would never, like, allow a dad to live with a guy. I don't give a damn. I'm moving in. Oh, you gonna leave the baby here with me? Oh no. My granddaughter and grandson is not suffering. But no man's living with me in my house. Because when people's kids live in your house, domestic violence happen, things happen. It's not your house no more. And a lot of men, especially like younger dudes, will think like they're in charge of your house. Like, you're not paying bills and you think you're coming in and out my house, you're telling me what to do because you knocked up my kid. No. But, you know, sometimes when a kid gets to a certain age, they want to, like, you know, I did too. You know, I feel as if, like, you know, this is the love of my life. He loves me, even though he don't, and your parents know. But why are you living with her mother if y'all don't have kids? Like, why are you there? I'm not understanding. Why aren't you at your family's house? Or do you not have family? But I'm just asking. Because why are you living with her mom? That's, I don't know. Like,
So fast forward, we liked the apartment, we viewed it and all. Everything went great. We actually moved in. We gave him all the requirements that was required to move into the apartment, the security deposits and all that. And our first month come. Now, let me take us back a little bit. Before we actually moved into this apartment, I actually paid everything for the apartment. And I'm talking about like the security deposit. I actually wanted her to save her money. And I knew the money that I was making. I knew she was going to school and stuff. So that was like my little gift for us as we moved into this apartment. I took care of the security deposit and all that. When we went to this apartment, it was an open house.
Hold on, it was a gift to who? How was that a gift? You lived there. No? Am I wrong? It'll be a gift if you didn't live with her. That can't be a gift. I'm just saying, am I wrong? Am I wrong? You know, yeah, it's nice that you gave it in full. Maybe y'all were going half and half, but you're living there too. So I don't get how that's a gift. Okay, let me listen.
He left it open for us, so I still never really got to meet him. You get what I'm saying? When it was time for us to pay him, I still never met him. And I kind of told her about it. I'm like, listen, James, you know, I would like to meet him. Just to meet him, because he's about to be our landlord. So, you know, I'll give him the money. At that time, this is why I'm telling you why I couldn't meet him. She's like, no, I got it. I'm going to give him the money, you know, and then we go forth from there. He'll probably come and see us when we move in. Great. Do what you got to do. I know you trust this guy. Fuck it. I'm going to trust him. Because, again, I'm happy to get the fuck out of her mom's house. So the first month went well. Everything is going good. You know, we just living our life as a couple. Everything. I know how relationships be. You know, we just living our life. Second month comes. It's time to pay the rent. So the way James wanted to be paid, he ain't really mattered. As long as it was like on file. So if we paid him cash, it had to come through a money order, or we had to do something like Zelle, which was great. You feel me? So I'm at the check casher place. I'm getting him a money order. My girl, she's at school, because remember I told you she was going to school for law. You feel what I'm saying? So she was going to college for that. So James never really came that first month. But today he came. You get what I'm saying? So I called my girl. I'm like, hey, let James know that I'm at the house. He could come and pick up this money order. So she's like, all right, I'll shoot him a text. So this is my first time meeting James. She ends up shooting a text. James says he'll arrive at a certain time. I was at the house for that certain time. James comes over. So our first encounter at the driveway, it was really like, it wasn't no red flags there. It was just like, you know, nice to meet you. It's finally nice to meet you. Shook hands. And
He seems like such a nice guy too. I don't know you, but you seem like such a good, like, stand-up guy. Like, your mom raised you right. You seem very nice, very respectful. I could just tell, you know what I'm saying? So you just seem like a really nice guy.
You know, James, come in, you know, because I want to meet him. I want to not build like some type of bond with him, but I want to make sure like we cool, because he know I'm staying there. You know what I'm saying? He know I'm with my girl. Like, when you got a landlord or something, you at least want to try to be on good terms or evil levels with them. You get what I'm saying? So you want like a mutual friendly relationship with them. So, you know, I invited him into the crib. I invited him into the kitchen. So we started chatting. So I'm asking him about his background, about his life. You know, I'm trying to figure out, you know, just little small things. I'm being nosy about certain things, like how he got the house and all that. Where he's from, just where did he come up with this type of money? What did he do? But what did he do before he decided to get into owning homes and renting them out? You get what I'm saying? This nigga James, he not really even like worried about my background. He already saying he know much about me. My girl told him a lot about me. And he just basically asking like about our relationship and how we're doing in the crib. At that time, I ain't really take it as a red flag neither. I'm just like, you know, maybe he just wants to know what goes on in his house. You know what I'm saying? Like, where he rents. I know he's more familiar with my girl. I'm cool. Mind you, I'm not an insecure man, so I don't, that wasn't even in my head. You get what I'm saying? But I did find one of his compliments that he said about my girl a little bit too high. He's like, man, your girlfriend's beautiful. Like, you a lucky man. I would die to have a girl like her.
Yeah, look, okay, so let me explain. So when I used to live with my son's father, a lot of people will compliment me a lot. Like, yo, Tasha's amazing. You know, she's a great girl. She's this and that. And my son's father will feel away, like, in a way, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, you know, but then sometimes he'll feel away. But people used to say it a lot, like, even like now when we like broke up, like, a lot of people will come up to me and be like, yo, I'm really happy, like, you laugh, like, I just didn't understand how you would be with him. And I'm not gonna sit here and diss my son's father, like, you know, like, I always sit here and say, one thing I give my son's father, he is one of the hardest working men I ever knew. But the problem with my son's father, he has a very poor mentality. Like, he's stuck in the same cycle. Like, if he was a smart guy, he would have been so far in life. but he's stuck in this cycle. And I used to try to push him, because I tell you, like, that's how I am with every guy like I meet. I always want to see big for you, you know. So he's the type of guy, he was in the same cycle. But a lot of people will be like, dang, you know, you're a very lucky guy, you know, you have whatever. Like, even like the other day I seen one dude that I don't want to say like too much, but I seen him and he came up to me, he's like, I heard you and broke up, you know, I'm just so, like, you look very, very good, like very, very good, like, you know. And he's like, and that's how I expect you to look all the time, you know. And I'm like, oh, thank you. He's like, yeah, I just want you to know that you need to find someone in your level. And I just like, oh, okay, thank you. But my sometimes used to feel the way like, yo, what? And I think that's disrespectful to them. But sometimes it is a compliment too, because in a way, some guys say it to you like you need to realize what you got. But some guys are saying it because they want your girl. Y'all be careful, because a lot of people have me in my inbox from all my exes boys like, oh, what's up with you, da da da, like, yo. And some of them like, oh, I was so scared to talk to you. Like, bro, first of all, I'm not talking to you because no, that's weird, you know. But like my main exes, I would never date their boys, never. There's some of them that I don't, you know, dudes that I used to talk to, I'm like, oh, they're nobody to me. But the main four, my baby daddy, my first baby daddy, my baby daddy number 2, and my first boyfriend, those, like I always tell people, that's the only relationships I really consider relationship, because I was with them for years. If I'm with you for a couple of months, almost a year, well, that's not a relationship to me. But those are people like I have loyalty to, even if, you know, they did me wrong. My baby daddy number 1, my baby daddy number 2, and my first boyfriend. That's it. I don't consider anybody else exes. I dated you, I talked to you, you know, but a relationship, no. If I haven't been with you more than 2-3 years, we're not in a relationship. We weren't in a relationship.
So I just felt like, you feel me, on a professional level, he should have kept the compliment a little, you get what I'm saying, a little less than what was said right there, which is, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not an insecure guy, so I really didn't care. You get what I'm saying? So everything went well. We ended up paying him. Let's fast forward. We on our like 4th or 5th month at the crib. And I'm not going to lie. These last 4 or 5 months, they've been good, more on the good scale. But the last 2 months, been a little shaky. You get what I'm saying? My girl had some time off in college during these last 4 or 5 months. But the last, I say, month and a half, she's been back to college. And things have been rough. Like, you know how to go when you try to balance college and everything into your normal life. Me, during the last 2-3 months, I picked up extra hours at my job, because this is a bust your ass type of job. So I'm working like 80 hours a week, damn near at least. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm working so much hours. So,
and those are the type of men you need to respect. Like, I tell you, like, you know, I said before, like, my son's father is the only dude I know that is a hard working man. Like, he works for what he wants, right? He's just not very good with money, and his priorities is weird. Like, he works hard for people. He works hard for, he won't think about the long term. He just blows the money and it's whatever. But the bills will be paid. He'll make sure he's good, but he don't care about everybody else. That's the only thing about my son's father. I would say he's very selfish, but at least your lights is on. And I respect a man that works hard for their family. You know what I'm saying? I give him that he's making sure the lights is paid, food is on the table. That's a man, you know. And if I meet people, like, I will see, like, but for me, that's the only guy I would say, like, my son's father is the only man that I know that will work hard for his family. Like, there's no excuses or, oh, I can't. Like, the girl that's living in the house that, you know, I bought with my money, whatever, but even though technically it's her house, I gotta let the house go. But, you know, in the house, I know she's living well because my son's father is very responsible with that. Like, responsible. He's very, like, he'll pay the bills, he'll make sure you're good, he makes sure you're eating, he makes sure you have food. He's very responsible with that. That I won't lie. But other stuff like, trying to build equity, like, you know, when I was trying to build like my social media and my business, his mindset was just poor. Like, he had a really low mindset, and I was like, why you go to school, go do this, and he's like, yeah, but you know, I'm gonna buy these Gucci shoes and Versace. No, put money aside if you have an emergency. But I had to understand, like, say, like, some people, it's okay being in this box. You know, the house is the most level he sees for him. That's his biggest accomplishment, and that's all he sees. He doesn't see, like, dang, I can get a mansion. That's how I think. Tasha, you got an apartment, you're gonna get a house. And after the house, you're getting a mansion. Like, that's how I would never get. Mansion is too big, but I will have a big house. Because but I don't want a mansion. Hell no, that's too big for me. Even if I had the money, I still want. But I really see in my mind, I'm gonna have a big house. My kids are gonna have big houses. That's how I think. I think of my kids, equity, growing, my family being good. Like, my family could come to me and be like, hey Tasha, I'm going through something. I can help them. The main friends that been there for me when I was struggling come up to me like, hey Tasha, I'm going through something. I can help them. You know, that's how my mind is. But some people are stuck in this poor mentality. Him, as a 20-year-old man, to get an apartment and work his ass off to make sure you guys have food on the table, your lights paid, that's a man you gotta respect. I respect you, okay?
So things just ain't going good. You know, we arguing about what normal people argue about in relationship, just up and down things. You know, you start getting a little bit aggravated at your partner for certain things. You know, y'all just know how that shit go. Damn, I need some more water. But hey, stay tuned for part 2. How I caught my ex cheating with my landlord. This shit gonna get good. Story time. How I caught my ex cheating with my landlord. Part 2. Let's roll. So as I was saying, we in the middle of the year. We start having our little arguments. Things is going up and down. Things is being real shaky. This is when I started noticing like something different in her. One day she came home from school. I was chilling. I ain't have work that day, but I was doing little stuff around the house. So she's like, oh, we never go out to eat. You know, we just been so busy with our bills and trying to upgrade our lives. We don't really have time for each other. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I'm like, but you know, I just tried to take you out this past weekend, and you know, you said you had schoolwork to do. So I don't know if she took that wrong, but basically like a whole argument started from that. So she started going crazy. She started telling me off. She started mentioning some things like maybe we shouldn't have rushed into this crib too fast. But I'm like, shit, we was just living a year at your mom's house. I felt like this was the best move. Like, yeah, you're not working. You're going to school, but at least you handling something. And it's like the more I can handle it in one part of our lives, like financially, until you get right to help me out financially, I know we'll be great. You know what I'm saying? So that was really like my defense in the argument. I'm like, you know, we got to work as a team to get this shit going. Like, it might get rough. You get what I'm saying? So long story short, you know, our arguments really don't get that toxic at all. Like, we wasn't even the type to yell at each other, really. It was just like high voice type of talking. Like, it wasn't yelling and screaming and doing the you know what I'm saying, the DV stuff. You know, it was like level 2 arguing. So we stopped arguing. So a few more minutes passed by. I say like 15 to 20 more minutes passed by. We cooled down on each other for a little bit. We both still in the house. We cooled down on each other for a little bit. She's like, oh, I'm going out with my friends tonight. So I'm like, hey, cool, that's good. You get what I'm saying? Like, that'll give me, you know, some space to do what I need to do. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm in my head like, all right, I'm going to plan something with the fellas, or I'm going to at least try to do something, you know. While she occupied, I'm going to try to be occupied. So the time comes later on that day. She's getting ready to go out with her friends. So this is where I noticed things was different. And let me give y'all a pause. I'm not insecure. I'm not none of that. But if you're a guy, you're about to notice what I'm talking about. So she's done getting dressed. I'm just doing whatever. I'm just doing regular shit around the house. She comes out. She comes out of the room. I see how she's dressed. Now it's all right as a woman to go outside with your friends and whatever events that y'all have or the type of dress code that y'all have. It's all right for y'all to feel like y'all can wear whatever y'all want. You get what I'm saying? It's all right. I get it. If y'all want to look sexy, y'all gonna look sexy. If y'all want to be business casual, y'all gonna put that shit on and be business casual. You get what I'm saying? Whatever way y'all feel like y'all want to, or if it's just a calm sipping paint, y'all might come out with a sipping paint outfit. Whatever the event is, I respect how the way y'all be want to dress. But something was different. She was bedazzled up. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. And then she had her little perfumes that she never even used before. Like, she'll use it once in a blue moon. I think the last time she used it is when we'll go out on a date. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, you dressing very, very nice. Like, you dressing like date type of nice. I said, you look very attractive. So I'm like, wherever you and your friends is going, y'all about to go in there because you just look gorgeous. You get what I'm saying? Now, mind you, in my head, I'm not thinking nothing the opposite. I'm not, because I'm not that type of man.
You know, how do you guys not feel guilty? Like, yo, like my guilt, like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and play like, oh, I never cheated, but I never went past a day. Like, if I cheated on someone, like my 3 exes, I never cheated on. Okay, I already tell you the 3 main ones, like my son's father, my daughter's father, and my first boyfriend, I never cheated on. So I don't consider that. But like people, like, you know, you have little relationships with here and there, you know, when you're younger, you know, if I cheat, I'll go to them. And I used to be like a person, like, I can cry and cute. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I really don't be sorry. Like, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? If you hear the AC, I'm sorry. It is hot. And I've been doing videos. I did a wig video, makeup video, hair video, story time video. It's a lot. So I'm like, but I feel guilty. Like, if I do cheat on you, even if we're, you know, I know you're cheating, I always want to be the person to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And there's always a reason why I cheat on you. Like, anybody I cheated on, I really don't regret. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did it on purpose, and I did it to hurt you, and I wanted you to be hurt. But I think I only cheated like twice on 2 people, and I told them. And then we didn't, I think we broke up, and I went to the person I was cheating on, you know, because I didn't care. You know, I don't think I would be hurt. I think the only person that will hurt, I will be like, I will feel bad for real cheating on is my son's father and my daughter's father, because I actually had really feelings for him, and my first boyfriend, I would really feel bad. My first boyfriend, you know, we were like together forever, but we broke up. But like, you know what I'm saying, like, if you guys check my story time, my first boyfriend is Motivation, if you guys don't know. So Motivation, you know what I'm saying, that dude was in my life for years. So he was a person, like, he always like, oh, she cheated on me, bro, you cheated on me, you know what I'm saying. But we weren't together for a long time. Motivation actually left my life, and I'm saying his name Motivation because that's the name of the story time. But Motivation was actually in my life for a long time. We actually stopped talking, for real, stopped talking when my son's father came in my life, and we stopped. But me and Motivation was friends for years. Like, years. Motivation was always in my life. And Motivation was the only dude out of all the men that I ever dated that made my birthday special. And I haven't met a dude since. Made me feel, my son's father did in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, my son's father was love, dream come true. But but at a point my sister started doing it, and then he'll take like, oh yeah, I did it, but he didn't care. But Motivation, every birthday, even if we broke up, my birthday was always special to him. That's one thing I give him. Like, Motivation was the only boyfriend that made me feel like, you know, I haven't felt that yet, you know, till this day. But baby, I don't have the heart to cheat on somebody. I can't. And I'm living with you, and yeah, I can't.
So, you know, she acknowledges my compliments and she says her thank yous. Before she's heading out, you know, we do the normal routine, the normal relationship routine stuff. Bye, I love you, tap kiss or whatever. I walk her out to the car. She's getting ready to drive off. She's about to go meet with her friends. So I'm chilling. I ain't really get to find no plans with the homies and none of that. So I'm just staying in the house. I'm just doing whatever. I think I was watching Netflix or something. So a couple hours goes by. Usually when she's out with her friends, she'll update me, or she'll just like, we'll just keep a convo going. So I'm like, I'm not thinking that's weird, but I check up on her. That's my girl. You feel me? So I check up on her. Hey, how's it going? How's how you and your friends doing? So she's writing back, but she's writing like very, very plain. So she's like, we're good. Just eating. So I'm just looking at my phone. I'm like, all right. Let me click on the next episode. So in the midst of that, I'm scrolling like on my Instagram account. So as I'm scrolling, mind you, when I first met my girl, I met her at a family gathering. So some of her friends are my cousins. So as I'm scrolling, I'm just checking out stuff. I see what's my cousins that I'm posting. I don't really see them like, it's not clicking in my head, but I don't see them out to eat or nothing. They're posting just regular daily life vlogging shit. So fast forward, because I'm not gonna break down every single little detail, but her night was over. I enjoyed my night in the house. She's coming back in the house. You get what I'm saying? Did she come in late? No, y'all. She came in at a good time, but when she came in, she looked different. She was in a relaxed, tired mood, but the way how her whole attire was set up, it was like maybe she went to the dance floor and did her thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I see the vibes. You enjoyed yourself. I'm pretty sure you needed that because, you be putting in hard work at school. So she's like, yeah, I'm just very tired. Yes, I had some fun. Usually she'll tell me about everything that's going on, what her friends did, the foolish shit that they got into. Just she would have just gave me the talk, of her night. So she goes to the bathroom, she does her thing, she prepares herself for the night, so she goes into the bedroom after that. So, as I'm not in the bedroom with her, bullshitting around the house, she's like, oh, baby, can you bring me my phone? So, as I grabbed her iPhone, like, usually when you, like, grab an iPhone, it'll, like, kind of, like, glow up a little bit. I don't know if it's trying to read the person's face, but you ever, like, grabbed your phone off of something, and then it types, like, the home screen, it glows up. So when it glowed up, I seen that she had a few missed calls from our landlord. This was like 10, 11 at night. And then I seen like unopened messages from the landlord. But the notification showed. So as I'm looking, I'm walking the phone to her. I should never been that nosy, but I kind of like scroll past the missed phone notification, and then because it's tabs of different things, that'll be Instagram, it'll be Facebook. You know how the home screen does when it gives you notifications. So I scrolled up a little bit past the phone notification, and then I seen the text messages that my landlord sent her. Alright, y'all gotta wait for part 3. I hate to hit.
Friend! You have the landlord's name saved on the landlord? God damn it. You finish having the riding like a pony, slow on the knob, and you ask your man, go get my phone? Are you crazy? You new to this. You're on there, baby. That's why. What is it? Yeah. You finish slob on the knob for the landlord. The landlord better be paying your bills. Are you FUCKing him for free? You better not be dumb. What is it? You're the STUPID. STUPID. What is it? Okay.
I hate to hit y'all like that, but it's gonna get good. And I'm dropping part 3 today. How about that? Because I feel like part 2 was just a gathering. You get what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give y'all part 3. Stay tuned. All right, man. Let's get to it. Hey, I really appreciate the support y'all showing. Like, I really love y'all for that. Feel me? Y'all giving me the strength to keep telling these stories. Feel me? Y'all interacting. I'm trying to interact with y'all back. Y'all showing so much love. Man, I appreciate it. Let's get into it. Part 3, how I caught my ex cheating with my landlord. So I'm in her phone. I look and see what he texted her. Guess what he said? This motherfucker James gonna go, I really enjoyed you and your time. So as I'm walking down the hall to the room, I'm like, really enjoyed you and your time. So I get to the room. I pass her phone. I say, hey, who did you go out with tonight? So she named a few of her friends, but she never named James. So I instantly get into it. I'm like, so why is James texting you saying that he really enjoyed you and your night? So she's like, let me see. She goes to her phone. She looks. She's like, oh, I did see James there. That was my face right there. Okay, and what did you and James do? She's like, oh no, he just came by our table. He asked us how we was doing, and he said like a little joke, and then he continued on with his night. So I'm like, why would he enjoy you and your night if it was just a quick greetings, a greet and leave?
We can talk about it tomorrow. Oh hell nah. What is it? You're tired, girl. We could talk about it tomorrow. You better find another place to live. Well, she can't. She's effing the landlord for rent. I'm tired. You have a man that's actually faithful who like you. I don't know him for real, but I'm taking his side. And you are HOE having sex with the landlord. How old is this landlord? This landlord better be fine. Is he paying your rent? I'm still on that. What he giving you? Like, I don't be. You girls are weird. Like, weird.
Tomorrow, just let me get some rest. So I'm like, you know what? By tomorrow, I probably wouldn't even want to talk about it. It's all right. So her ass slept like a baby. I'm next to her just thinking about shit. I'm gathering my thoughts, but I'm trying to make shit sound believable in my own head. I'm trying to put shit together. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, well, maybe James, maybe this is a friend and maybe what she's saying is true. But then the other part of me is like, these motherfuckers be reacting to each other shit off social media. Like, they close friends, but like, why she ain't even mention James? I never gave her a reason for why she felt like she couldn't mention James to me. But whatever, the night goes. So we wake up the next morning. So I'm like, I'm just regular. Her mood is like put away and distance. You get what I'm saying? Like she's keeping to herself. She's getting ready to go, do what she got to do for the day. Me, I don't go into work until a little bit later that day. So we had the normal conversation. I'm like, how'd you sleep? Just the normal shit. She gets ready. She leaves out the door. We do the relationship shit. I love you. Kiss tap. You know how the shit goes. I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't care to bring it up. But what I did was I went on motherfucking social media myself. And I sent James that friend request. He accepted it immediately. I'm talking about like less than 10, 15 minutes. I shoot him a message. Hey, James, whenever you get a chance, come by the crib. Feel me? We can have a nice little talk. And I also want to talk to you about the gate, our gate on the side of our house. So he responds back. He like, cool, bro, I'll be there. That time comes. James is outside. I met him in the driveway. Same shit how people meet. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Nice little handshake. So we talked about the gate and all that. I had wanted to put some things alongside the gate. It's actually a fence. But what I wanted to do was because he had a fence, but he didn't have the fence posters up there. So I wanted to grab some fence posters and put them up on the top. So I just wanted his approval. Just to make the yard look a little bit more decent. So I'm like, hey, James, what'd you do last night? How was your night? So James is like, my night was all right. Why'd you ask? So I'm like, oh, no, I noticed that you and my girl was at the same event. So I was just wondering just how the night went. Not like I'm hearing it was a great time between everybody. You get what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, it was great. We sat down, we enjoyed our time. I had a bite to eat with her and one of her friends, and then I headed out home. So I'm like, you had a bite to eat. In my head, I'm like, she didn't even tell me that. She said James stopped by the table and just basically, you get what I'm saying, said his greetings and then he left. But this motherfucker James, he's saying he had a bite to eat with them. These stories ain't even adding up. So that conversation get cut a little short. James is like, oh, I gotta go. I got a business meeting coming up in about A half an hour is gonna take me about 5 or 10 minutes to drive there, but I wanted to stop somewhere and get something to eat, so I gotta head on now. It was nice talking to you. So I'm like, yeah, you too, James. Now that I got you on social media, it'd be a lot easier to come in contact with you. So he's like, oh, I got something for your girlfriend. He's like, follow me to the car. I'm like, all right, cool. So we get to the car. I'm in my head like, what is it? So it was a welcome mat that he was supposed to have been put in the house before we moved in there. He just totally forgot it back at his spot or wherever he had the welcome mat. So he's like, here, this is for y'all. Y'all probably got your own by now, but I had brought this, for this house so y'all can put it there. He was like, if y'all want to use it or if y'all's get dirty or whatever, you could just swap it out. James don't got no tents in his car. So when he reached over and he grabbed the mat and he was about to give it to me, I kind of like glanced over him because he grabbed it from the passenger seat from his driver's side. He reached over to grab it to his passenger seat. So as I'm looking at where he's grabbing that, guess what I see in the seat? One of the party jewelry bracelets that my girl had. My heart started pounding. But I'm thinking fast. I'm like, let me see something. So I'm like, yo, James, not to be nosy, but that motherfucking bracelet in your passenger seat, that's real? Because mind you, my girl had like some little party jewelry shit. The shit was...
He's smart. Yo, he's smart. He's smart. He's smart.
Busting. You get what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, she was bedazzled up. You know what I'm saying? So he looks, this motherfucker thinking fast. He like, oh, it's my girlfriend that I've been with for 2 years. She must have left it in the passenger seat. I gotta go back and give it to her. James ain't got this bitch nowhere on his social media. And I'm not gonna lie, like, you scroll through this mix.
Nah, I don't put people I date on social media either. Only if like I'm married, he's my husband. I would say that. I ain't ever, like I did when I was younger, my son's father, he's still on my Facebook. People be like, oh, he's on your Facebook. Yeah, I don't take it off. You know what I'm saying? But people know it's public record who my baby daddies are, so I don't care. But but men like I'm dating, I'm not putting on my social media. No. Like, no. I wouldn't. First of all, because I feel like when people know that you're dating people like to be messy and they like to break you up. I don't know. It's something about when people know you're in a relationship, they try to fuck it up.
Cause yes, I scroll through this man's pictures. This motherfucker James look like a passport, bro. But I'm like, oh, okay. So I brush it off. James is on his way leaving out. I'm going in the house with the motherfucking mat. I'm thinking in my head like, nah, it's probably a coincidence or something. Like, I just can't really see this type of character in my girl yet. All right, so part 4 coming. Stay tuned. Again, I appreciate y'all for the love and support. Yeah, story time. How I caught my ex cheating with my landlord. And I know y'all want to know if the rent was free or not. We gonna see. Hello? Hey, y'all got time to talk? Hey, y'all done got me to 5K followers. I'm telling you, I love y'all support. I love it. So just for that, even though I dropped part 3 earlier, we gonna drop part 4 right now. Somebody in the comments said it's like a FaceTime call. Shit, y'all ready? Hold on. I got to get up because we finna get active. Part 4 right now. So James leave the crib, right? I told y'all that. James left the crib and all that. I seen the bedazzled bracelet in his passenger seat. The nigga done lied to me about it and say he had some 2-year bitch who bracelet it was. Whatever, James. I'm finna fuck James up. The day goes by. My girl coming in the house. I see her car in the driveway. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to ask her about this bracelet. She get out her car. She come to the door. She open the door. She walk in the house. I'm in the hallway waiting. I played it off, acting like I was about to walk from one room to the other. And when she came through the door and stopped me, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, boo? I'm thinking right. She walking up on me. Guess what she got? She got the motherfucking bracelet on her wrist. So my head fucked up. I'm looking at the wrist. I'm like, damn, what if this nigga James telling the truth? But then I'm like, but nah, fuck that. He did say they sat down with, they had a little nice little something to eat. But I'm stuck. I'm like, nah, nigga, you might just be blowing this shit out of proportion. So she like, what's wrong with you? Why you looking like that? I start getting lightheaded. I'm just thinking too much. I go to the kitchen. I'm like, hold on, give me a second. Let me sit down right quick. Let me sit down. I'm trying to put two and two together. In my head, I'm looking at 4, but then the shit start turning into 4 million. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I'm just confused. I'm confused. So I'm like, fuck it. How's your day? How you been? What's up with you? So today, she in a great mood, because usually when she come home, she be acting like she the janitor of the college. You know, the janitors that work in the colleges and the schools and shit, they don't be having good moods when it's time to come back home. But yeah, she told me about her day, told me about her schoolwork, told me about her professor. I'm like, cool. I ain't gonna lie. I left the whole situation alone. Now let's fast forward. And I know what y'all thinking. James went to go get that bitch back that bracelet, huh? They both playing me. But anyway, come on, let's fast forward. Another month go by. No, matter of fact, the end of the month came. Beginning of the month start. We wake up one morning. I give her a money order because the day before I went to go get the rent's money order. So I give it to her. I'm like, here, get this to James. So she's like, oh no, it's okay. James gave us rent free for the month.
Her dumb ass should have just took the money, you idiot. Why would you say that? Oh my God, she's stupid. Why would you say that?
I'm like, James gave us rent free for the month? For what? She like, oh, he told me he was happy with the achievements he's been accomplishing recently. And as us being his first set of tenants, he just wanted us to basically have a free month.
Let's think about this. Girl, James was just with him. Why wouldn't James say that to him? Like, you didn't think this through. Why is James keep going to you? Like, my landlord, even if like the landlord met me, right? Like, I got the apartment. They would talk to my son's father because he's the man of the house. It's just common courtesy, as respect as a landlord, and him being the man of the house. If they want me to relay a message, like when they used to come to the house, like we both was on the lease, they will tell me like, oh, can you just let, you know, baby daddy number 2 know, blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to contact him anyway. The wife will talk to me. But the husband always speaks to the man. It's just respect. It's the man of the house. I don't know.
I'm like, no. Call that motherfucker James. Tell that nigga come get this rent. She's like, no, baby, it's okay. I promise you, James really don't want the rent. We could just use this money for something else. Now, if you a man, you gonna know what I'm about to say. I like providing. You feel me? I like putting in that tough, hard work and providing for my woman. I don't really like no handouts like that. I deserve some good handouts, but a little handout like that, like, nah. I don't know. Like, it's just a man's pride type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, fuck it. He don't want to this month's rent? Whatever. Now, let's fast forward. The next month come. Me and my girl, y'all, usually we be doing our thing. Like, y'all know what I mean. We be getting explicit damn near every other night. Shit. Sometimes a couple times.
Yep, that's how you know we're cheating. That's how it was my son's father. It got to a point that we weren't even smashing for a year or 2 straight. I ain't even playing. And then when he used to do it, he used to be like, oh. Like, but whoever was getting, he was giving all that energy, and I was getting the whackness. And then at a point, I'm like, well, I would even ask him, I was like, are you cheating on me? He's like, no. But maybe in the beginning, maybe I think that's why I fell in love with him. Like, I was like, what? We were like rabbits, 9-10 times every day, everywhere, all the time, baby. To a point, like, it became like once every 6 months, and then we just stopped. And then that's when I was like, yeah, this ain't adding up. And then, you know, he'll be like, oh no, it's because you're not even that pretty no more. Like, he'll try to downplay me as a woman, and like, I'm like, okay, you know. And I started believing it because you like this person. You're like, oh my God, why? What's wrong with me? What's wrong? But when you see him, you'll be like, Tasha, really? You know, but it was just like, I like that person, but it was rare. We barely did it. So it's like when people be like, oh, I have no proof. Like whenever I tell people, like when I lived with my son's father, I had no proof he was cheating, but his actions showed me he was cheating. And after we broke up, everybody started doing confirmation that he was, but I didn't have no proof. I did have proof through his actions, but I didn't have hardcore evidence that he was cheating on me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
A couple times a day, we be getting explicit like rabbits. So during this next month, it's been like 16 days. Fellas, y'all know when we go without, we count. The females really don't be counting like that.
I do. Because my sexual drive is high. Okay? Child. Baby, when I get started, okay? So I knew. Baby, that's why I told you when I started messing with my son's father, it was that's why I was kind of proud of myself. Because after we broke up, sex didn't become important to me no more. Because I was so without it for so long. So when I finally met him, I still haven't met a man that's on my level yet. But, when you finally get to a point, I meet a man, baby, whatever man that I get with, baby, they're going to get the energy of me, okay? The energy of me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Baby, that's gonna be make up for all the 5 years of barely getting anything, and baby, the release will be crazy, because I know how it is to be with somebody and you feel as if dang, why you know what I'm saying, you're not paying attention to me, you're not showing me, and then we used to always do it all the time. I know how you feel, honey, trust me.
They be just so stuck on everything else. We count. So one night I'm like, damn, it's been 16 days. It really was 16 days, but I'm trying to play it off wait, what's this, the 15, 16 days? No, I know it's 16 days. She ain't give up none. She's like, oh wow, I didn't really realize that. I just been so busy, and I just been tired lately. I'm like, girl, you been going out more. You been just doing mad activities way more than what you usually was doing when we first moved in the crib. I'm like, you been having the energy for all that. But you can't come give me a quick 5-10 minutes? She's like, you know what? I'll start making time for that. So long story short, I let it go, went to sleep, woke up the next morning. We both getting dressed. She didn't have school that day. She was taking that day off because she had to run some errands. Me, I was about to take my ass to work. She ended up leaving out. I end up headed to the bathroom, go brush my motherfucking teeth. All of a sudden, she come back in the house crying. She slammed the door. Boom. So I'm like, I come out the bathroom. I'm like, yo, what happened? You good? I see her cry. I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? She like, look what they did to my car. So I'm like, what happened to your car? I run out. I look at the car. The windows is busted.
That's what you get. That's what you get, you home worker. You have a good man that's killing himself for you. Yo. You women you guys don't like good men. Yo, just by the way I don't know him, but just by the way he's so attentive to his girl, that will make me love you. That is insane. Now you have sex with a man. Why would you want, I guess it's the adventure to it. Being a side chick, baby, but I like attention too much. I don't want to be a side chick. I have to be the main chick all the time. I like the attention. But I think it's just the rush, oh yeah, sneakiness to it. I guess. I don't know. You girls are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Okay.
And she got 2 flat tires. I'm like, what the fuck? She like those fucking bad kids in the next town over who would want to come to this nice neighborhood and do that to us. So I'm confused. I'm like, who the fuck would have did this? Kids really just be going around doing that type of stuff to people's cars? I mean, I know it's possible because I used to be young and dumb. You get what I'm saying? So I know, I already know how all that stuff go. But to just be randomly destroying cars, I'm like, what the fuck? So while she pacing back and forth in disbelief, I get a phone call. I don't know the number, but I still answer. So I'm like, hello? I hear a female voice. I'm like,
I'm not ready. Wait a minute. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Oh my God. What is it? Okay. Woosah. Relax. Okay. Yo, my anxiety is high for her. Okay. All right.
like, cause the female voice, only thing the shit saying is, I'm like, what the fuck? And then before the female hang up, she like, Click. What? Hey, y'all. Stay tuned for part 5. Thank you for them 5K followers. Man, I think I might get y'all part 5 tonight. Hello? Man, I'm glad y'all picked up. Hold on, my phone dying. Let me put it on the charger so we can have our good little FaceTime talk. Story time. How I caught my ex cheating with my landlord. Part 5. So after the lady that was on my phone hangs up, I immediately called AAA. So after the girl had got off my phone, the lady, whoever she was, I immediately picked up my phone to call AAA. My girl, she was calling the police. I'm like, I'm going to call AAA because they're going to take a little while to get here. I know the police going to come and do what they got to do. We live in a nice little small town. It's not that much crime. So the police came about like 15 to 20 minutes after my wife made the phone call. AAA already told me they was going to be an hour and a half late because just because it ain't crime, that don't mean it ain't traffic. That don't mean it ain't accidents. You get what I'm saying? So they busy. So the police arrive. They conduct their investigation. They doing what they doing. They asking us questions. They asking us, do we see anybody? They asking us, do we got security cameras, etc., etc. My girl, she was pretty calm by then. She was still acting like a little baby, but she was giving them information on her car, but she like calmed down from like the tears and shit. And that hyper ventilation, whatever you want to call it. We had cameras for the house, but I didn't put up all the cameras. Like that was like something in the house that I had forgot to do. I only put up the ones that faced the door, and whoever's at our door, the little ring thing. I didn't really have the cameras to face the driveway and the side of the house. In the backyard. I didn't. You know how that shit go. So while the police is making their little report, I get a text message. It's green on my iPhone. Y'all know what that means. Yep. So the fake number texts me. Meet me downtown at the coffee shop across the street from Bank of America. I'm at my phone like, who the fuck is this? So my girl come over. She like, what's going on? I see your face. I'm like, nah, I'm looking at the sports page.
You're smart. You're smart. You're smart. Because your intuition is telling you. Your intuition is telling you. Yo, your girl ain't shit. Yo, alright.
The athletes trades are just getting ridiculous. I can't believe the way these teams is trading these players. So I rushed to the room. I popped my slippers off. I put my shoes on because I was already getting ready to head out to go to work anyway. I already called my boss. Told him I was going to be a little bit late. We had, some troubles at our house. He totally understand. He just was like, when you get here, just do your thing, and I got you. So I left out, but I'm texting them back. I'm like, when? So they like, I told you what to do. I told you where to meet me at. Let me know when you get there. So I respond, I bet. Then I'm going right now. So I get to downtown. I get to the coffee shop. I park. I walk in. I see the lady who I'm supposed to be meeting with. Because she giving me that eye contact. She already know who I am. And I just got a feeling that this is the person. So I walk up to her. I sit down. I'm like, who you? Yep. Y'all already about to say what I'm about to say. See? It was motherfucking James' wife. Lauren. That was her name. She like, I'm Lauren. Sorry I got to meet you like this. So I'm like, Lauren, who you? So she like, I'm James' wife. So then I'm like, you James' wife? And what you mean, sorry, you gotta meet me like this? So Lauren easily hit me with it. She like, I sliced that bitch tires and I busted her window. So I'm like, why would you do that to my girl? Lauren like, oh, you don't know what's going on? You don't know that her and James fucking? I looked at her like, her and James fucking? I start getting a head rush. I start thinking about everything. I'm like, damn, hold on. She like, yeah, they been fucking. I seen photos. I've seen text messages. She said I even went out one night to spy in them. She said I got it all down packed. They been fucking. Here go the proof. She slid me a little yellow envelope, a little yellow folder. So I open it. I see pictures out on my dates. I see text message screenshots. I'm reading all of it. I'm like, this motherfucking bitch. So Lauren like, ooh, James got me fucked up. He always put me in these predicaments. He always trying to do me dirty. I'ma really get a divorce with his ass this time. So I'm like, Lauren. Hold on. How long this been going on? Lauren like, how blind to this shit could you be? She like, you never really noticed her acting different or anything? I'm like, yeah, but I ain't really pay attention to it. She said, man, anytime I know James out fucking and cheating, I already know. Like, I already know the little shit that he do. So I take out my phone. I'm like, man, let me call this bitch. Cause I'm finna spasm. Lauren like, wait, no, don't do that. She like, cause I got some shit in store for James. So just keep it on the low for right now. I'm like, Lauren, I live with this bitch. She been lying to me the whole time. I'm like, she got me under this man's property. I'm just start saying mad shit. I'm like, it didn't a bracelet. I'm like, yo, fuck, I gotta say something right now. Lauren like, no, I got everything I need on James to divorce his ass in court. But I just need you to be patient about certain stuff. Man, I leaned back, man, my chest was pounding. My head was hot. My hands was sweating. Ooh, it's sweating right now. I'm telling y'all the story. So I'm like, Lauren, I gotta get to work. Like, I don't know. I'm like, yo, you want me to text his number back to see what's going on? She like, yeah. We'll talk about this in a little bit. You know, call me when you get after work, or I'll reach out to you again. I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever you got planned, you need to let me know ASAP. Because I want to bring it to this bitch attention. Because she really got me fucked up. So I get out the coffee shop. I get in my car. I leave. Now I'm on my way to motherfucking work. So my girl texted me. She just talking regular like, yeah, the car just got picked up. It's going to go over to the shop. Do you think we should make the claim, or do you think we should pay for it on our own? Because I don't want the insurance to go up if we got to make a claim. So I'm just heated reading the text messages. I'm like, she's still trying to play me. So I'm driving, just looking at the text messages, shaking my head. I hear a horn. I hear a beep. I look up, I look over. Oh! Somebody in the comments called me too cliffhanger active. That was funny. Part 6 coming soon. Y'all gotta tune in. I'm so sorry for I gotta call you back. I gotta call y'all back. Part 6 coming soon, man. Stay tuned. My bad. I gotta do something. I gotta call y'all back. Hey, make sure you pick up too, man.
We're gonna do, this is part 1 because I didn't know he has more. So we'll do part 1. I'll do part 2. I'll follow up on part 2. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Like, comment, and subscribe, baby. This is a juicy one, baby. I've been trying to find good ones for you, baby. I didn't know. I tell you, I'll be having these on my list. Ciao. I wanna know right now. Alright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.